When Samus arrives at the geothermal power plant, she comes face to face with her arch nemesis, Ridley, once again. Anthony attempts to protect the panic-stricken Samus from Ridley, and falls to the depths of the lava that fuels the power plant. Samus' anger returns her to her senses. She attacks Ridley with wild shots from her plasma beam, but he manages to narrowly escape. Hi guys, welcome back to Scatlink here, and we're off for more Metroid Other M. In the last episode, plain and simply, we fought Ridley. Anthony will be dearly missed. And we're going to have to go rendezvous with Adam, because he didn't talk to us since we fought Ridley. So, we don't know what's going on. So, now I've checked my map. Sorry about that. I had to pause for a little bit, because I had to sort out something. I forgot to get my sensor bar, actually, to be perfectly honest. So, that was a bit of a stupid move right there. But whatever. What I want to do is head back to the main sector so we can go meet up with Adam. So let's head back to the main elevator here. Dodge all these enemies. I don't even need to shoot. So why do I have this plasma beam? I don't know. Let's get rid of it. There we go. Right. Into the main elevator we go. I do not need to concentrate. There's no point. So I'm just going to go like this. Because there's nothing else to do but wait.
Something was gnawing at me. Communication with Adam had ceased. From the deleter's point of view, Adam would represent the largest threat. Without question, his life had to be in danger. But it was Adam Malkovich. He wouldn't go down easily. And Adam would already know about the deleter, so there's no way he would let his guard down. If that was the case, then why couldn't I reach him? What did he think of the unfolding situation, and what was he planning to do next? My racing thoughts started to frustrate me.
And on the main elevator, before we can even go and see Adam in his control room... the deleter. He killed Maurice. Let's get him. Notice our radars froze. Alright. Looks like we're a little late on catching him. He's going into Sector 1. We're going to have to go get him and teach him a lesson for messing with the Galactic Federation. Being a traitor and all. Murderer! Where are ye? Let's go track him down. Please don't say I have to save. Good. Now, as soon as you enter... No, this ain't the room I was thinking of. It's the other room. Because on the way back, we can actually go do something now that we have our the grapple beam. If you remember when we were fighting some of those enemies, yeah, I think there were armadillo dudes. I think it was in the room coming up. This room, right here. Red. Okay, here we go. We've got another couple of armadillo dudes, but this time they've got spikes! So they're even more meaner than they usually are. But, as usual, the plasma beam is like the most powerful weapon we pretty much have, and get off me, you! Stop stabbing me in the face. Okay. Ah. Oh! Lethal strike. Easily taken care of despite being new enemies, or new variations. They don't stay frozen for long, but once you take care of them, I don't see how they can go underground in this room, to be perfectly honest, but whatever. Alright, take him out. Because I just want to... There we go. Easily taken out with just a few charge beam shots. Now, see that grapple beam over there? We want to go interact with that. But as you would already notice, it's not high enough. So we can't do anything about this room yet still. If we could, we could. But apparently the grapple beam point is not high enough for us to grapple beam. So, gonna have to remember this room once again. I think that was the room where we got our... No, that wasn't the room. I was thinking of the turret room where we got our diffusion beam. Never mind, I'm thinking further ahead. So let's just keep hot on the trail with the deleter here. He's going straight forward. And more armadillo dudes are trying to take us by surprise, which is not going to happen, so... Whoa! Never mind! He did get me. Thought I could have avoided him, but apparently not. Get out of my way, you stupid douche. I'm just going to completely bypass you and not even fight you at all, because there's no point. Actually, there is a point. I just forgot something. I can go grab an item now, because I have Shine Spark. So let me kill all these enemies out of the way. And is he going to try and Rambo me again? No, he's over here, though. Just a couple of charge beam plasma shots, and he should be dead. And there we go. That was simple. Right, you can see it, there's a glowing dot, but we can't get it at the moment, so what we're going to have to do is build up a Shine Spark. There we go. And go all the way to the top until we reach a dead end, where we have to charge up a jump. Don't hold any direction, let go of the jump button, and there we go. Okay, we're coming up to it now. Want to charge a jump here, let go, hold right, and there we go, we get a missile tank. That's what I came up here for. Now we can head all the way back down. Because every missile tank counts, especially when we've got to use super missiles now. Therefore, every 5 counts. Come on, charge my Shine Spark, please. You're not going to, are you? Just make this more annoying for me. I guess it's because that we're going up at an angle or some sort. Okay, now that we're back down here, I want to continue back going from where we were originally going to go until I remembered that we could go get that. Sorry about that little dopey moment, but whatever, we got the item, so... I want to head on straight forward. Can't build up a Shine Spark here because of rubble and potholes and everything. And, you remember that room where we went underneath the bridge in order to progress? Well, to get forward this way, we're going to have to use the grapple beam. I don't understand how the deleter has a grapple beam, but whatever. Let's just use our grapple beam to get up here. And I believe there is an item over here that we cannot get yet. Yeah, there's an item right up there that we can't get yet. We need the space jump in order to get it, so... But don't worry, if we come back in a second, we'll be able to get that, because you'll see why in a minute. Side hoppers ready to ambush us, which they successfully did. Gits. Just keep running ahead. You know what, I actually need a bit of health now. Okay. Keep heading on forward, following the deleter, because we really want to punch him in the face for all that he's done to us. And the Git has to do this. Now, this is actually one of my favourite little mini cutscenes. The deleter knows that we're onto him. And you might be thinking, the bridge is gone. Well, we could just use the terminal, right? Wrong. The terminal is broken. So, there is no possible way for us to get across until Samus cheekily does this.
Any objections, Adam?
I love that. Because you get the space jump and the screw attack. So now we have infinite jumping, which we cannot actually gain altitude, but we do get infinite jumping nevertheless. And we also get the screw attack, just for added measure. So now you get one of the best abilities in the game and one of the best attacks in the game. Now, we can't go back until we finish what we need to do on this end, so I can't actually go get the item I was about to go get 2 rooms ago. But whatever, we can get that on the way back. So to skip this room, you just gotta precisely press the 2 button at the right times, and there we go, we get across. If you don't want to be jumping all the way through this room again, use the opposite terminal to rebuild the bridge. The deleter's not going to get away from us. And the reason why I like that cutscene is because the Adam is like... He authorized the Vario beam a bit late. He authorized the wave beam right after we needed it, and we had to go backwards. Then we had to go through the morph ball maze again just to use it effectively. Adam's always been a little late on the upkeep when it comes to authorizing items. Samus just saw the opportunity and just thought, you know what, screw it. We've lost communication, I need this ability. That's what I like about that cutscene. It's just one of my favourite cutscenes. And once again, we've got to save in order to progress. Could have just held off, to be perfectly honest. But whatever. So, if we check the map now, we are in a separate area. That's not even a sector. We're in the Bioweapon Research Center. Remember, the bottle ship was researching and developing bioweapons. This is the main facility. And we got more cutscenes, of course, because this game is cutscene heavy. So, not really much for me to say at this point. Just enjoy the cinema. Because this is pretty much one of the major cutscenes. Just like Ridley, but this is another one of the major ones that you really need to pay attention to. Because otherwise you're going to get lost. If you don't check your map for where your next target is. Power bomb door, which we can't get into. And the computers have activated. Let's see if we can get some information out of these terminals. Where have you been? We've lost you since we had to destroy the Ferro Crusher. Cheeky little woman.
I'm not a member of the Galactic Federation. I came here because I intercepted the distress call. I'm a bounty hunter. And I know that something is after you. Please, you must believe me. Thank you. I'm Samus Aran. What's your name?
Madeline Bergman.
Dum 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 dum! It was her the whole time.
Behind closed doors, the Galactic Federation was trying to create a special forces unit composed of bioweapons. In order to make it happen, they were attempting to create an organization modeled after the space pirates, with the Zebesians at the center. But because of a certain presence, the life forms became ferocious. We were no longer able to control them.
By a certain presence, she must have meant Ridley. So you sent out the distress signal, even though it endangered your life?
I had to. I felt there was a real danger here, that if left as is, the Zebesians would continue to evolve and resurrect as real space pirates.
If that danger was real, then the risk of withholding information to protect herself was too great, clearly. And yet, wasn't she the one who set the facility's system to self-destruct? In silence, I praised her courage and sense of responsibility. At the same time, her argument had some holes. Say that the Zebesians, under Ridley's influence, became super aggressive. Would that really lead to the resurrection of the space pirates? Without a malicious force to lead them down that path, wouldn't they continue to merely follow their instincts, ultimately becoming no more than a swarm of feral creatures? Regardless, it was clear that the Galactic Federation was ready to consign their enormous mistake to oblivion. And that's why they sent a deleter. And as for Madeline and others who knew the secret... But wait, there was another inconsistency in her story. Why go to such lengths at all? With just a small flexing of the Galactic Federation's military force, they should have been able to destroy a facility of this scope with ease. So why didn't they?
Actually, there was an even more dangerous plan. Come with me.
So at least we know our mission here.
What? That's not possible. The Metroids were terminated along with Zebes.
Dum 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 dum!
Yes. And the last of them, the baby, met its end above my head.
At the end of Super Metroid.
You're Samus Aran, right? The one who annihilated the space pirates? Metroid remnants were attached to your suit when you returned from Zebes.
Including the Hyper Beam.
They were reproduced from a piece of cell structure salvaged by the Federation, and they are in this
And
facility.
it deactivated the Hyper Beam.
I gave you your suit of polish so you'd be at least somewhat presentable.
Now you know why I hate that dude.
And Ridley in the same way.
At first, no one thought that the creature was Ridley. They didn't think it had potential as a bioweapon at all. They raised it like a pet, calling it Little Birdie. Until one
That's
day,
stupid.
it attacked one of the researchers and got away. Ridley had played dead and lured the scientist into his cage. What was left? It was a horrible sight.
But in order to control Metroids, you need Mother Brain's telepathy. You don't. You didn't recreate a Mother Brain clone, did you?
It's artificial intelligence. We developed an AI program that would reproduce Mother Brain's thought processes. We called it MB.
But it was just a program. It wasn't the Mother herself.
MB evolved as it communicated with the Metroids. It appears as though it began to become self-aware, much like the original Mother Brain. It's really quite remarkable.
That's when it became clear to me just why Madeline was so afraid of the space pirate's resurrection.
Wouldn't anybody?
It wasn't that her story had holes in it. Through the holes were glimpses of the danger that was right before her eyes. If everything she said was true,
Where are the Metroids and MB?
They're in an area called Sector 0. It's a unit that doesn't appear in any of our map data. It's a place like Turian, where we propagate and raise Metroids.
I began to see what the worst-case scenario would look like. The ultimate weapon, the Metroid, would be mass-produced, and as soon as an AI that could control them was developed, the plan to create a special forces unit modeled after the space pirates was replaced. But as the AI called MB spun out of control, the facility became a place much like the planet Zevis. If the situation were left alone, galactic society would be put in peril. Even the ringleaders of the operation wanted to avoid that, but they still wanted the Metroids. And that's why they decided to capture the Metroids contained in Sector 0 and delete the rest of the facility, including the space pirates, Ridley, and everyone who knew the secret. But before the ringleaders could act, Adam appeared. Adam might have known or suspected the truth about the facility from the beginning. Regardless, since the ringleaders were members of the Galactic Federation, they could no longer act recklessly. And so a deleter was installed as a member of Adam's team to destroy evidence and plan each subsequent
And we
move.
still don't know who the deleter is.
But having me added on as a member must have disrupted the Galactic Federation's plans.
Madeline, thanks for telling me all this. I've got to destroy the Metroids and MB in Sector 0. You have to remain hidden. Don't worry. The Galactic Federation CO who's here now will help you. You're safe.
Does that CO happen to be Commander Adam Malkovich?
Gasp! How did she know? Well, let's find out why. On the way back to Sector 1.
The real leader of this operation is Commander Malkovich. I can't believe that he's here.
Stay here until I return.
the deleter. Apparently when we left, he decided to come and kill Madeline. Apparently. And what happened to Adam? I thought he was a strong opponent of bioweapons. So if he's a strong opponent of bioweapons, why was he the head of this organization? Well, let's take care of the Metroids. That's our next mission, before we deal with Adam. So, after that massive cutscene, I think we've already hit 20 minutes. I mean, look at that. That's pretty crazy. That was like a... Wow, I made the game load. Check that out. Right, take care of these ultra-powerful key hunters. And I just chucked him through the wall. Wow. Screw attack for the win. Boom! I love killing stuff with the screw attack. It's so fun. But there is actually a little issue that I have with the screw attack in this game, and that's that sometimes it doesn't protect you from damage, and I don't understand why. Maybe it's just like this new thing. But anyway, now that we have the space jump, before I end it for the day, let's go grab one more item, shall we? It was this item that I pointed out earlier on in this episode, before we had that extra long cutscene. And there we go. Once you make the jump over here, continue jumping with the space jump, and there we go. Break that box open with a screw attack or bomb, and we get another energy part, giving us another energy tank, because we've collected all 8. Well, we collected another 4, and we've got a total of 8, is what I meant to say. Now, get out of my face. That time I didn't chuck him through the wall, and get off me. Okay. And I think it's a good time to end it off, so, because we got so much information to take in there, I don't think we need to waste any more time, otherwise I'm going to give you guys overload on cutscenes. And in the next episode, which won't be for a while, it'll probably be after Halloween because we're going to finish Pikmin and going to start on our Halloween Let's Play. I'll go into more on that after we finish Pikmin, which is the next video I'll be doing, and I'll be noting all the reasons why in an update video after we finish Pikmin. So, in the next episode, guys, until then, we will head over to, or try to find, Sector 0, and see if we can take care of the Metroids, and sort out this whole crisis. And now that I think about it, I think this is a pretty good cliffhanger to end it off with for a week's break, don't you think? See you guys then.